There can be no peace as long as there is grinding poverty, social injustice, inequality, oppression, environmental degradation, and as long as the weak and small are trodden by the mighty and powerful. The Buddha taught that peace is not merely an inner feeling or a political agreement. It is a condition created by ethical conduct, wisdom, and compassion at both personal and collective levels. When suffering is structurally produced, inner peace alone is not enough. 1. Suffering is both personal and collective. The Buddha acknowledged that suffering, dukkha, arises not only from individual craving, but also from conditions created by greed, exploitation, and ignorance in society. Systems that benefit the powerful at the expense of the vulnerable perpetuate suffering on a massive scale. True peace cannot exist where suffering is organized and sustained. Tozi, greed and power are roots of injustice. The Buddha identified greed, lobha, hatred, dosa, and delusion, moha, as the roots of all suffering. When these dominate leaders and institutions, poverty, oppression, and violence follow. Without addressing these mental roots, injustice continues even when laws change. External reform must be guided by inner transformation. 3. Compassion demands social responsibility. The Buddha's compassion, karuna, is not passive sympathy. It calls for non-harming, generosity, fairness, and protection of the vulnerable. Ignoring injustice while seeking personal peace contradicts the Buddha's path. A compassionate heart cannot remain neutral in the face of suffering. Or right livelihood and right action. The Buddha taught that economic systems matter. Right livelihood excludes exploitation, violence, and deception. Societies that normalize harm through labor, trade, or policy undermine peace at its foundation. Peace grows where livelihoods support dignity. 5. Environmental harmony is part of peace. The Buddha taught respect for all forms of life. Environmental destruction reflects greed and short-term thinking, leading to future suffering. Harmony with nature supports long-term well-being for all beings. There is no peace on a dying earth. 6. Power must be guided by wisdom. The Buddha did not reject leadership or authority, but he emphasized righteous governance, Dhammaraja. Power without ethics creates fear. Power guided by compassion creates stability. Strength without compassion becomes tyranny. 7. Peace is inseparable from justice. In the Buddha's vision, peace is not silence enforced by force. It is the natural outcome of justice, care, and shared humanity. Where people are crushed by inequality, peace is only an illusion. Peace blooms where dignity is protected. Lasting peace cannot exist where suffering is institutionalized. Compassion, justice, and wisdom must guide both hearts and systems.